Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Falai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Queen's Wish 2, The Tormenta. Last episode, we went and finished clearing out Malachite Keep. It is safe, it is reclaimed, all is good. And then, the Rasa in Azam offered to take the position of governor, which is a dangerous thing for us, because vassals are not allowed to become governors. Now, I still think we made the right choice in the Kranas Woods. The governor there was absolutely horrible, was not going to be replaced, and was just causing immense problems and destruction, and she had to go. And there was no way she was going to because she had connections. So, I made the choice, we're getting rid of her. That was the right choice, even if my family is angry. The Low Dhaga is a little trickier. Because while this governor does need to be replaced, they say that we're going to replace him when we find someone stronger. And while Azam is someone stronger who is offering, he's not allowed. So, in that case, it's more a question of, can the Low Dhaga last until someone is found? And will someone be found? We'll see. Right now, we gotta head back north through Malachite Keep. And then, head to the city. Oh, good, we still have some guards here. Yes, there are guards here, so they're keeping watch. Good, all is fine. Let's see. Malachite Keep. Let's ignore the exploring for now. You emerge from the paths and enter the higher northern half of the Low Dhaga. It is not as hot this far upward. There's a distinct chill in the air. However, it is even more barren. Few rain clouds coming off of the sea make it this far inland. You see signs that the raids that have plagued this land are even more severe here. There are several guard towers watching the road, each fully staffed with heavily armed Dogons. Some of them wait at the fires ahead to greet you. There's a large force of warriors watching the pass into this land. Several of them, including their leader, wait by this fire to greet and question visitors. Of course, when they see the insignia on your shoulder, they are ready to let you pass. They watch as you approach, and their captain rises from his stool. They all show signs of recent battles, and the ground nearby has been scorched with spells. Speak with him. His face is cold as stone, but he is cordial. You are offered food and drink. Welcome, Haven, to the Upper Low Dhaga. The Rasa sent word ahead of your arrival. We congratulate you on your victories. How may I aid you? Please report on the raider situation. Troublesome. As long as you stay close to the road, you're safe, though this gets worse with every passing day. The Kabbis and Row raiders are always close, though. Any cities nearby? I am happy to say that refuge is close. The city of Etzae is not far to the north. He even has a fort up here. It does, though it is a journey. Esker Keep is to the northeast. Thank you for your aid. And we wish you good hunting. He returns to his stool. At no point in your conversation did he show a smile or betray any emotion. This is normal for the Low Dhaga, and it is increasingly unsettling. Beware brigands. Stay close to the roads. And I think this is the town. Yep, Etzae. It's right here. There is a small lake here, so the whole thing I suggested of how every town is near a lake still kind of holds true. Not that much, but this is just not as well protected. Okay. Welcome to Etzae. You enter Etzae, this northern city of the Low Dhaga. It is an old settlement. The massive stone buildings of the Dogons are on display, but the centuries of sun and sand have left them looking worn. The ruins of Etzae's once proud walls ring the city. It is a poor town, far from the affluence of the coast. The men in the streets are quiet and anxious. Eyes peer at you from windows as you pass. You have traveled enough to recognize this particular sort of fear. They sense that trouble is coming, and they are getting ready. Well, let's look around. Raymond. There are 3 worn posts by the road leading into the city where criminals can be tied up and left to suffer for their crimes. The sun is hot, and bowls of rotting fruit are helpfully provided to pelt the miscreants. One skinny, sunburned man watches as you pass. His arms are tied up over his head, and both his arms and chest bear multiple bruises.
Please, please help poor Raymond, victim of injustice.
Hello?
Help me! Help me, please, noble visitor. Save me from the cruelty of these sandfolk.
What are you doing here?
I am sentenced to hang here out in the sun every day because of the cruelty of the folk here. Their hatred of outsiders.
The cruelty of the Doggans.
Hear my sad tale. I am a man of the Cronus, wandering from city to city to work small jobs and find my fortune. Yet the cruel upward Doggans, they fear and hate outsiders. They grabbed me and hung me up here as an example to other travelers.
Just because you're from another province. I'm skeptical.
Don't you know the Doggans are the greatest of raiders? All other provinces fear them. There is much distrust between the lands of the Rokaj. I am but an example. Oh, how I suffer! If only I could see the beautiful woods of my home before I die.
How can I help?
I was sentenced by Captain Sparl in the main hall. He gave me a fine for loitering. When I couldn't pay, he strung me up here. Please, noble visitor, go to that cruel man and ask him to free me.
I'll show mercy to you if I can.
Thank you, wise noble. I'm so grateful to have a little scrap of hope.
You move on. Okay. Talk to the captain in the main hall. We'll see what we can do there. Doggan townsperson, Doggan pillar. Okay. Gotta go around this way for that. More townspersons. Oh, damn it, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Interesting that oh, damn it. Must have been something in the way. Okay, let's see. So we've got Arutico Hall, Stoneworkers Guild, Etzae Architects, City Hall, and Great Inn of Etzae. As I do, we shall start by looking at all of the... Oh, we also have Etzae Mercantile. Alright, first things first, take a look at all the buildings that aren't actually notable. Why do I have a feeling we may be about to be attacked again? No, it's just a locked building. Interesting. This one appears to be a... Looks like a tailor's. Okay, I can't take anything more from there. We got one of them. It's no big deal. Let's see. And there's one more building. No, there's two buildings. Interesting. What do we got here? We've got... Noggin townsperson. Yeah, nothing more. Just a house. And is this just a house? Looks like it. No, this might actually be connected to the tavern. No, it's just a house. Okay, fair enough. Alright, let's start with the Great Inn of Etzae. Oh, again, the Wanderer again. Or not, again. The atmosphere in the inn is mostly quiet and tense. People huddle in tight groups and talk in low voices. This corner, however, is dominated by a tall, gaunt, boisterous man. He is a constant source of drinks and tales of adventure. When he sees you, he finishes his current tale and moves to join you. I know the look of another traveler, one who has faced danger and the unknown. Welcome, Haven. I am Gan the Wanderer, explorer of the Rokaj. Where are you from, explorer? I was born in the High Lether, a good strong boy of the row. Couldn't stay up there, though. Not at all. Had to strike out into the world. Had to change the accent. What drove you out of the High Litha? My intolerance for boredom. The whole point of the High Litha is to never change, to be the measure the road judges itself by, to live in stasis. Stasis? They guard the deep truth of the Rokaj, and that can't ever be allowed to change. Not if you know what's good for you. So I left. Went out to look for adventure. I found it, believe me. Gan the Wanderer is determined to buy you as many drinks as you will take and trade as many tales as you can stand. Even if half of what he says is a lie, he's been all over the Rokaj and explored a lot of new territory. Where have you explored? Oh, everywhere the roads lead. The wilds around the Rokaj, the Kranus and the Low Dhaga. I'm full of tales, as you can probably tell. Tell me about the wilds. The Rokaj is separated from its neighbors by hundreds of miles of wilderness, full of rich lands and savage beasts. We're slowly expanding into it. Better that land goes to fierce warriors and not the sniveling Shaman or whoever. What did you find in the Kranus woods? Something nobody had ever seen before. A new grove. In a stand of trees I found a tiny bud size of your head that would grow into a new walking tree. Told the druids about it, of course. They were most grateful. Swore me to secrecy about its location. What have you found in the Low Dhaga? A lost valley not far east of Etzae. Full of lava and blasted ground, approached through a tiny pass. Would have seen more, but a drake was guarding the way. I will return one day. Yeah, we'll have to go back there at some point. I'll listen to your tales. He tells you several stories. Mountains never seen by the eyes of man. Narrow escapes from savage cowboys. Treasures won and lost. Standard fare. A sliver of truth and a mountain of other stuff. Still, there is no denying that this man has gotten around. Where are you going to explore now? The last unexplored region of the Rokaj. The underworld! Full of darkness, perils, and treasure. I long to descend. There is only one thing I need to know. What do you need to learn? How to enter it! I've heard the rumors. There are 2 ways into the underworld, one in each half of the Low Dhaga. I need to find them. You wander around, right? You're a hunter and explorer too, yes? If you can tell me where those 2 paths are, I'll give you some of the trinkets from my travels. Where should I look for these paths? Oh, look for tunnels burrowed in the walls of the Low Dhaga. I believe in the eastern sort of direction, if the rumors are true. When you look out on the underworld, you'll have found the paths I seek. Why don't you just ask the Low Dhagans? Because it's a secret. There's wealth down there. The Dhagans who found the paths hide them, so they can get the wealth for themselves. That's why I'm asking you. Ask the wrong person about these things and your throat gets slit. Well, we know where one is, we just never went into it, so that's something we'll need to explore at some point in the future. Reggie Gamak. Ah, yes, right. You. We are not going to be doing anything with you right now, because we haven't found your, dead sister, I believe it was. Nothing else in here. Okay, that was interesting. Next up, we have Etzae Mercantile. Can I take a look in here? I cannot. I'm not too surprised, really. There's an old Dhagan man behind the counter of the trading post. He nods grimly when you approach. The men sitting around the fire get very quiet, hoping to hear an interesting bit of conversation. I'm Trader Haska. Supplies for travelers and merchants, buying and selling. You're the half-row visitor, right? What do you need? Hear any interesting gossip? Nope, none at all. I'd share news if I could. You very much doubt this is true. I am the child of Consort Darmal. The others in the room listen intently. Yes, I met him. Darmal. How did you meet my father? He came to Etzae on a few of his visits. He came here, you know. He remembered to look after his people. Bought supplies for the road in my shop. Was anyone traveling with him? No. I know he brought his whole family to the road long ago. One trip. Then he came alone after that. Then he died in Haven. Haven was just in its own way. What did you think of him? I liked him. Noble fellow. Good warrior. His eyebrow twitches. This is not the whole truth. Did you really like him? Of course, Haven is noble and just, so of course it would welcome one of us into the palace. He looked after his people. Lots of admirers around here for Darmal. You need anything?
I would like to trade.
I buy and sell to travelers and adventurers. Let me know what you need. I have heard good things about you, Haven. If you're interested, I also have some specials for valued customers.
Normally, he has Deep Metal, Great Axe, Dhaga Tower Shield, Row Iron Helm, Row Reaper, and Row War Helm. Okay. What about your specials? Deep Metal, Cronus Warbow, and Scroll of Calling. I don't really need these at the moment, I don't think, but that's all I need. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
He disappears into the shelves of goods behind him.
Okay, no quest there. Etzae Architects.
This workshop looks more like a mage's laboratory. It is clean and quiet, and there are pens, ink, and piles of parchment everywhere. A closer look reveals that you have stumbled into a den of architects. An old, dignified man with ink-stained fingers approaches. He has a serious look at the row, but his eyes are alert and full of intelligence.
Welcome, welcome, my prince. I am builder Elias Zamari. My clan turns dreams into stone, and we have worked with Havenites many times. We do our best despite our troubles.
Tell me about the Zamari clan.
We are builders. We help take the mere rough stone of the Low Dhaga and turn it into spires and halls. Our knowledge is the pride of the Rokaj.
So you gather stone.
He is shocked. No! Make no mistake, we honor the art of the stonemasons. However, such stone is useless until it is made into buildings. We elevate stone from dead lumps into living halls.
Well, I mean, you make the designs. I'm pretty sure it's other workers who do the actual work to make it. Are there many architect clans?
Few. We are old and honored families. The Zamare have designed buildings for 2 centuries. Each clan has its own styles and its own secrets, carefully guarded.
Are you related to my father's clan?
I only wish. Imagine what we could do with such connections.
As Builder Zamare speaks with you, he walks from desk to desk, looking at plans and schematics. Sometimes he makes a note on one in charcoal. Other times he rolls one up and hides it away, to keep outsiders from learning his clan's secrets. What sort of things do you build?
Any way to assemble stone, we do, from a lowly clan hall to a tower or cathedral. We work both in the Rokaj and other vassals. We are very versatile, though in the row we can't make what we should be building most.
What do you want to be building most?
Walls for cities, to protect us from raiders, thugs, and beasts. It is what we should have, but Haven has chosen to forbid it because of crimes committed a century ago.
If I can, I will consider loosening Haven's control. Builder Zamari bows.
It is more than your humble servant deserves, but I am grateful.
You mentioned that you're having troubles.
Oh, you noticed I said that. I did not mean to burden you.
You doubt that?
It is only... we have lost one of our best sources for stone. It has made it much harder to do our work.
Tell me more.
There is a massive ruin to the north, centuries old, in a miserable barren stretch of rocky desert. We get much of our best stone by dismantling its walls and roads. However, it has been infested, and my workers can't get in there to extract the stone. If you could help us, I would pay a bounty in fine stone.
What infests the ruin?
Beasts of all sorts, scorpions and serpents, scuttling misshaped creatures of all sorts. One day we see 1, then 3. Now it is overrun, and we don't know why.
So you just take that ruin apart for the stone?
Of course! It is good stone. Clean, weathered, very nicely dressed, and just left sitting there in the desert. It was a very good claim to grab. Nobody else was using it.
Okay, fair enough. We can work on that. And this is the Stoneworkers Guild. Oh, Trader Suinami. This is less a workshop than a showroom where merchants can arrange deliveries of caravans of fine Dhagan stone. Miners and traders constantly stop in to negotiate, bicker, and drink endless cups of tea. A lone man sits in the back of the hall. Well, actually, he's in the front. He is wealthy and in charge of the place, but everyone takes care not to get too close to him. He doesn't look like he's slept in weeks. When you approach and he sees who you are, he orders a banquet of snacks set out for you.
Welcome, honored traveler. I am Trader Suanami, and this is my Hall of Trade. Much of our great province's stone is bought and sold at my humble tables. What do you trade? Stone! All grades, all sizes, mined from our quarries and properly dressed. All grades of stone? We have as many words for stone as Acronis has words for trees. Whether it is crude gravel for your clan's paths, or the finest marble blocks for a faraway place, we can provide it. Well, my forts could use stone. Yes. His eyes flick toward the door again. Dots of sweat appear on his forehead. That is a problem. The building stone of your fort's need is not available. No stone? Why? When the raiders began to attack, we had a run on medium quality fortification stone. Then I had a hard time getting anyone to deal with me. Uh-huh. Trader Suanami sits and sips tea with you. He tries to seem calm and in control, but the fabled row resolve is failing him. He jumps at the slightest sound and constantly looks to the front door. You seem to be quite prosperous. I have been. I arrange trades in ways that make all parties feel safe and prosperous. My own claims are prosperous. We're even finding new stone in the downward Dhaga. He smiles and slaps his belly. It is necessary to work hard and well if I am to make my wives content. I'm sorry, wives? Oh, did I say wives? I meant wife. My beloved wife. Must have been a mistake. Polygamy is illegal in all of Haven's vassals. Somehow I doubt that. You are very nervous. He thinks about this. I don't want to trouble an honored guest, but some problems can't be ignored even by a row. I'm interested in your problem. Well, I'm a targeted man. Someone paid the Geldnas to try to kill me. That is why I sit here alone. Everyone wisely keeps a distance from me. As he talks, everyone in the hall quietly finds a good reason to retreat to the far end of the room. Now I wait for death and fail to figure out what to do. How do you know that the Geldnas want to kill you? I used to have bodyguards. A lone assassin attacked us in the street. My guards chased him off. He dropped a Geldnas dagger as he fled, and we knew. My guards all quit after that, of course. They don't want to fight the Assassin's Guild. They wisely left me to my fate. Why does the Geldnas want to kill you? I don't know! That is the madness of it! If someone told me, I might be able to honorably surrender. Instead, I'm marked for death. Is there any advantage to me getting involved in this? He thinks about this. Stone. I can get you stone. Quality building stone for your forts. If only you can help me. He quivers with fear. A surprising and pitiful display, but you can understand it. What can I do about it? You can speak on my behalf. Haven is one of the few forces the Geldnas answer to. The place to go is the Worm's Teeth to the north. It is a secret place where the Geldnas gathers, plans, and takes jobs. If it's a secret, how do you know it? It's the sort of secret everyone knows. They just don't talk about it. Too dangerous. Alright, so we'll be going to Worm's Teeth again. We have several quests there. Alright, Erudico Hall. Okay, time to learn about what madness these people have. Because there's always madness that these people have done. Okay, that's just a quiet room of potions and the like. Anything in here? Oh. Ah, another one of these. Oh boy, this is a lot. Okay. Okay. So, let me think. This is actually tricky. This is actually very tricky. And if I go through there... That's not going to work because I need to get 2 across. Okay, yes, this is a very tricky one, huh? Can I go at a bend? That's what I'm curious about. That wouldn't work. Hold on. What if... maybe that? No, that wouldn't work, because that blocks off that. Unless... like that, and then... oh, yes, there we go! You do go at it at bends. Okay, good to know that the bends do actually work. I'm a war mage. Oh boy. This Arud must be a remarkable wizard. He has a pair of huge brutish constructs lined up and facing him. They obediently stand utterly still. When he drops his concentration to turn and face you, they don't react. Impressive. I am Arud Miawa. You are the Prince of Haven. I will answer questions. I will help. Those are the orders of Master Orichalcum. What do you do here? I serve the Low Dhaga. I am a war mage. When Mirwa talks, it is in short, clipped sentences. There is a pause between each one, as if assembling clumps of words is a constant struggle for him. When I must, I fight. You came to fight as well. To fight the brigands. I did. You have seen the Low Dhaga. Life is a struggle here. I help with our defenses. How do you help with the town defense? I create defenders, like the brutes. I fill our warriors with power. I scorch the land with fire. The standard things. What research do you do here? I study the raiders, a new threat. Very strange. They are fast and dangerous. They command car beasts. Very odd. Erud Mirwa stares at you, waiting for the next question. Every once in a while, one of his constructs twitches or makes a sound. He then glares at them until they are still again. Interesting brutes. Yes, made by me. Held stable and obedient. A skill of mine. Need to make defenders. It's Haven's fault. Haven's fault? We can't build proper city walls. Forbidden by Haven. So I make walls. Walls of muscle and claw. He nods toward the brutes. How can you provide help to me? I study the raiders. You got a petition, yes, from the Rasa? To destroy them. Yes, I am here to hunt the raiders. They are strong foes, hiding in tunnels and ruins. Must besiege them. Very difficult. Would be easier if they did not have their strange power. What is their strange power? They command the car beasts. Such creatures are mindless, yet they obey the raiders. Fearless and fierce. His eyes gleam with greed. He wants this power for himself. Trying to learn how they do it. Do you know? I don't know how they do it. Learn then. Find isolated raiders who command car beasts. Question them. Learn the secret. Some raiders are isolated. They are in Fort Cariaris. South. The master can tell you more. Uh-huh. So what did we unlock in here? Ooh, chest. Some paper and an extra healing potion. Okay. The master is right here, I think. No, that's just a dog and caster. So we need to go talk to the leader, then. Who should be up here? This episode will go a little longer, but that's perfectly fine in this case. I think it's fine. Okay, then. Oh, there's a second floor to this place. Okay. Tongan pillars. Master Orichalcum. The Master of Etzae is a grim middle-aged man sitting upright on his throne. He sits like a statue. Only his eyes move as you approach. When he speaks, his voice is deep, slow, and utterly lacking warmth.
Envoy of Haven, I am Orichalcum, chosen Master of Etzae. While you are here, I will guide you and give you your due.
He sits like a statue, waiting for your response. I am Prince Rupert of Haven. Greetings to you. The Master nods slightly. This was the proper response.
Let us carry out our business. We will help you complete your work, then you can depart.
You're eager for me to go.
I am the Low Dhaga's man of stone. It is a time of war. This is a bad time for Haven to be here. I will give you your due and no more.
You wait for him to elaborate. He doesn't. He stares at you, waiting for your next request. You are the master here.
That is my role. I serve my Rasa and am his will here in Etzae and the Northern Dhaga.
What does a master do?
Other vassals have their own words for it. Mayor, lord, chief. I am Rasa Lawata's eyes and ears, and when need be, his fist.
How did you become master?
I was chosen by a Rasa. I have served here 20 years. I was master when Rasa Lawata was chosen. He honored me by keeping me in this post.
Tell me about Rasa Lawata.
He is worthy of the role. He is capable of kindness and diplomacy when it is needed. He draws blood without hesitation when that is needed. He is full row.
Yes?
You should talk to Rasa Lawata. If you feel trapped with Governor Otto in charge, he may have a solution.
Master Orichalcum sits and watches you. As you speak, other row bring you tea, food, and everything else required to show respect. The master neither eats nor drinks. I would like to learn about the Low Dhaga.
You should have learned about it before now. Our blood is in your veins. We are a land of wealth, a land of principles and customs, though your folk find them odd.
What is your wealth?
Strength, discipline, and will. We are Ro. To us, those are our strengths. Outsiders see our stone and our ability to work it, though Haven forbids us from building the walls and fortresses that are our greatest strength.
You have odd customs.
This is a harsh land, barren and violent, prone to chaos. We keep our women under close guard to protect them from the harshness of our world. Outsiders see us as backward and cruel for this. It is our way. I will not discuss it further.
My father was from the Rokaj.
I know. He was Consort Darmal. I met him when he returned to his homeland. He did his duty to the Rokaj.
Master Orichalcum then surprises you by turning his head. He inspects you closely. What do you see?
Your father was a true Ro, strong and full of resolve, a proper consort for a queen. You are soft, coddled by Haven's wealth. You are half Ro by blood, but your spirit is not of our people.
He looks away. I hope you find that I live up to my father's example. He gives his head a tiny shake.
You care about my approval. You have truly lost sight of our ways.
Rasa Lawata sent me to you for help fighting the brigands.
Word came here ahead of you. I have prepared. I will not spare soldiers to help you. I will give advice. You will find their weaknesses and you will strike. First, I will tell you about Fort Cariaris. It is good for Haven's interests that you came. Some of these raiders want to kill you. You have not properly taken revenge. In our eyes, you are very weak.
I could use your advice.
My scouts have been busy. We prepared for your arrival. The leaders of the raiders seem to infest the tunnels under Owachita Mountain. You are not prepared for that fight. Instead, I believe you should seek weaker prey. We need knowledge about their weaknesses.
I could just assault Owachita Mountain.
You may go there at any time. It is north, hard to find. If you enter the endless maze of tunnels under that peak, you will be at their mercy. If you are determined to meet your fate there, I won't stop you.
Where can I find these weaker brigands?
They have infested the ruins of Fort Cariaris to the south. The raiders have a strong defensive position. This is a good time to show off the great strength of Haven claims.
Tell me about Fort Cariaris.
It is an old tower, a strong fort in the upwards Dhaga. Many rebels have claimed it. Some were strong enough to hold it. It is full of our mutual enemies. Slay them. See what you can learn about them.
What do we need to learn?
Their plans, their abilities. Most importantly, how they command the car beasts. That is their secret.
Alright, so that'll be our task. Oh, we have Captain Sparl. Ah, yes. We do need to speak with him. Okay, we have a library here. Book on the Geld Nas. Already know about them. That door is locked. Alright, all we have left is in here. The second floor of the City Hall contains a small, well-stocked prison. The law of the Low Dhaga is harsh, and exceptional offenders are brought here from all over the province to receive the proper level of justice. A burly armed warrior of the Low Dhaga approaches you and gives a little nod. He has the grim, serious demeanor of the experienced executioner.
Welcome, Prince. I am Captain Sparl. I am guided by the Master. You will be treated in a special way.
Odd. Captain is a rank in the Haven Army. He's no soldier and bears no insignia. You're a captain.
He nods. Master Orichalcum honored me with the title.
Captain is a position in the Army of Haven.
Oh, we know. The role I serve for him is that of captain, so that is what he calls me.
This is sort of against the rules, but this probably isn't the right issue to worry about right now. What do you do as captain?
Without law, the Rokaj is meaningless. Only wild clans slaughtering each other. Peace is kept because villains can be brought here to receive real justice.
You give real justice?
Yes. Firm, fair, delivered by me, who has no tie to any clan. Brutal, but not excessive. Haven would not understand.
Why wouldn't I understand?
Most of Haven is wealthy and peaceful. The Low Dhaga is poor, harsh, and violent. Even in the best years, we are close to hunger. We must be hard here. The Master and I, we must be like stones so that others may sleep.
Captain Sparl shows you around the cells and questioning hall, displaying all of the relevant implements. He is a grim man, but you have to admire his efficiency and work ethic. I'm being treated in a special way.
Yes, the Master is harsh, but he made it known. You're to be treated with kindness and respect, even when you haven't earned it.
Why am I being treated so well?
Your father was of the Low Dhaga, a true Ro. Though you were born in weaker lands, you have our blood. We must remember your weaknesses aren't your fault. Your father is owed a debt.
Do you see me as one of the Ro?
He stares at you quietly.
Okay. You owe a debt to my father.
While he lived, Consort Darmal did all he could to help with the Rokaj. The Low Dhaga especially. We honor his memory by honoring his offspring. This is why it was such an offense for Dhagan raiders to try to kill you.
It's also an offense because you're a prince, but you don't bring that up. I was sent up here to hunt brigands.
We know of Ras Alawata's petition. The Master has ordered his troops to stand down so that Haven can show its strength and win back its honor in our eyes.
Sparl is surprisingly frank for a Ro. What would you do about the raiders if you could?
They should all die, preferably a slow public execution. However, they have retreated to positions where their defenses are strong. We could defeat them, but it would be slow and costly.
What does Orichalcum have you doing?
While we stand aside for you, we hunt. Many wild beasts and common rogues have emerged in the chaos. I find hunters and offer bounties.
Bounties, you say?
Too late, Sparl realizes his error. Oh, yes, I forgot. Havenite royalty loves the hunt. I am bound to be courteous. Yes, we offer a bounty. There is a pack of enormous scorpions bothering miners to the north. Gigantic. I'm looking for hunters to destroy them.
Where are these scorpions?
They are near what is called the Shattered Ruins, a huge jumble of blocks of stone. The creatures hunt the fields of rubble outside.
Gigantic scorpions. Where do you think they came from?
One who has escaped justice. A wild, angry woman. A witch.
A witch.
Yes, a woman with uncontrolled power. She calls mighty beasts and sends them against Dhagan justice. She hides in the oasis to the south, protected by Haven.
You try to learn more, but he will not speak about her more. Probably a wise diplomatic choice. I spoke to Raymond, the man in the stocks. Captain Sparl's lip curls in disgust.
You should not waste your time with one such as him. He is a thief. He stole meat and a piece of jewelry. We caught him as he ran for the gate.
He's not just being punished because you hate people from the Cronus?
He is a rogue without honor. Of course he will tell you the lie that suits his purposes.
He's being punished so severely for theft.
We are a poor land. We are always close to hunger. All must contribute. Theft is wrong. He is lucky we are allowing him to keep all of his body parts. Of course, he can be freed if someone pays his fine. It's 50 coins. But who would give up so much wealth to help such a creature avoid a needed lesson?
I will not help him. Let him take his punishment. Captain Sparl nods.
A wise attitude, worthy of a child of the row.
Well, if he's a thief, then he should be punished for it. I will inform him, and then that will be the end of the episode. Raymond, you are a thief. You will pay for your crime.
Lies! Lies to justify punishing an innocent man. Your mockery only compounds this injustice.
He looks away from you. Alright, well, I am going to have to end this episode here after we have now finished looking through Etzae. Next episode, we will head over to the fort, because we must learn about what's going on there and how badly it's being treated. But that'll be in the next episode, so until then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Rupert, Elspeth, Terrence, and Patricia. This has been a Let's Play of Queen's Wish 2, The Tormentor, and I shall see you all next time.